Happy Tuesday. Welcome to Live at 5 at 4. I'm Emily Stroud, best on assignment today.
And I am Fernandez in for Russell. Coming up, we'll meet this week's junior anchor, plus the folks at WonderWorks have fun down to a science. You see what I did there?
Yeah. Lewis, don't quit your day job. Anyway,
whoa.
I'm sort of tired today because I stayed up so late watching the football game.
Oh, you know, what game are you talking about exactly?
Wow, it went so late. But you know, there were a lot of local ties in the national championship game. Two Clemson wide receivers in particular played a pretty big role in defeating the Crimson Tide.
They did. We'll start with T. Higgins. The Oak Ridge wide receiver finished with 3 catches, 81 yards, and a touchdown. His first catch was the first big play for Trevor Lawrence and the Clemson offense, a 62-yard strike to set up a touchdown. And then, of course, there's Catholic's own Amari Rogers. He had a big catch on 3rd down, going for 26 yards right here, trying to extend that lead. But he also made a pretty big play here on this block. The very first touchdown for Travis Etienne. Look at that. That's putting your body on the line for your teammates. That's fantastic. Sometimes it's about making plays that don't show up in the box score, Emily.
You know what does show up? Tennessee basketball.
They do.
Yes.
Number 3 in the country. Nice transition. That was good. Now,
the Vols actually are playing the first SEC road game of the season tonight against the Missouri Tigers.
Now, the Missouri matchup is always interesting because Tennessee gets to play former head coach Conzo Martin. The Tigers are known for the defense. They love to slow down the tempo of games. The scoring defense is top 40 in the country, but Missouri has a little bit of trouble scoring this season. The Tigers, their offense ranks 291st in the country. Good. That's gross.
Well, the game is tonight at 7 o'clock in Columbia, and you can watch it on ESPN too. Now, you know who has an eye on the weather? See, I said watch it. Now we got eye.
Is it Todd Howell?
It is.
Todd! he joins us now with more on the weather. What's going on, Todd?
Bonnaroo, and today we learned the lineup of this music and arts festival.
Now, our #1 music fan, John North. John, have we met before?
I think
it's good to meet you.
Good to see you again.
John works at WBIR. That's the joke.
I had as much energy as Lewis.
So, John, you're here to run down some of the big acts for us. Are there any surprises in the lineup?
I think probably the biggest surprise to me is the fact that we don't have any kind of the traditional legacy artists here. We don't have any kind of big box office artists that are coming. You kind of look for that. If you'll notice my tie, I'm wearing a tie that's a tribute to the Rolling Stones.
It's a nice tie.
It is.
I kind of had my hopes up that they might. There's room in their sked, but they're not on there. So wah wah.
Okay. So looking at the headliners, who jumps out to you?
Well, there are a number. I mean, Fish will be big. Fish will be very, very popular. As you know, Childish Gambino is riding a wave of popularity right now. He'll put on a great show. It'll be a blast. You know, there are some of the reliable ones like Cardi B, Brandi Carlile. They'll be great. I think there's a couple of folks that appeal to Lewis that we can talk about as well.
No, there are. You've named some of them for sure. So we talk a little bit about all of these guys here, and then Casey Musgraves is also going to be there.
Yeah, that's a good one. She's great. I don't know if folks have seen her in concert already. She's from Texas. She has amazing outfits, and she's a wonderful singer. She has great music. She made an appearance a couple years ago at Pilgrimage in Franklin. She was one of the highlights of Pilgrimage. She puts on a great show.
And you had me at amazing outfits.
Yeah. Oh no, she's got you will love just going to see her and what she's wearing.
Well, and one of Musgrave's favorite artists, kind of funny enough, is John Prine, who's also going to be there at Bonnaroo. What should we know about him?
John Prine, very little needs to be said about him. He lives in Nashville these days. He's got a pretty new album. He played here not too long ago. He is, for the old timers, he will be the great appeal. He is a wonderful storyteller, musician. He is top.
And then, of course, there's also a little bit more modern, I guess, Avett Brothers. We got them going on. I know them well. They're from North Carolina, where I'm from. How should people be excited for the Avett Brothers?
Yeah, and they already are. You know, Avett Brothers have a lot of fans, especially around here in East Tennessee. They played Moon River in Chattanooga last year. They have played other festivals in this area. They're very popular. They're fun to listen to. I enjoy them, so they're going to be great.
And then some of the more I guess, mainstream kind of performances we have here. Cardi B, Post Malone, Childish Gambino you mentioned, Brockhampton, like all kinds of great rappers and pop artists. What should we be looking for there?
Well, Post Malone will be one of the artists who people talk about. He was in the news last year. You all may remember he was riding the plane that had the tires blow out. He was on his way from New Jersey to London, and he kind of had a freak out and survived. The plane didn't crash. Everything was okay. And then a few weeks after that, I think he was in a crash with his Rolls Royce in California. We should all be so lucky.
Yeah, don't ride with him, man.
No, a lot of Grammy nominations here as well. So that's going to be really great to see. Let's go ahead and look at John's tie one more time. Let's look
There
at
you go.
Rolling
Isn't that a
Stone.
handsome tie?
That's a nice tie. That is a nice tie.
I know
right
they're
there.
old, but they are still awesome. And I hope, since I'm not going to be able to see them at Bonnaroo this year, I hope I get to see them somewhere else in the United States this year.
Well,
go.
tickets go on sale on Thursday if you're interested. And 5 at 4, it is Tuesday. That means it's time to meet our first junior anchor of 2019.
Now, you may not know her name yet, but you just might recognize her face. Here is Harper McCune. Harper McCune appeared in one of our 10 spots for the Channel 10 Weather app. Harper, welcome.
Welcome, Harper. It's so good to see you. I like your cat headpiece. Now, do you have a cat at home?
Yes.
What's your kitty cat's name?
Onyx.
Onyx.
That is a good name for a cat if I've ever heard one.
Is Onyx a black cat?
Yes.
I love it.
Now Harper, tell us a little bit about your dress here. It's also, we got some cats going on too, right?
Yeah, I have all kinds of different cats.
Oh man,
There's
the
some-
cats between the dress and the ears. That's awesome. Harper, I also understand that you are a brownie / Girl Scout. Is that correct?
Yes.
So you sell cookies.
Yes.
So I need to come to you to get some cookies.
Uh.
Can you give me a deal? Can you give me a deal on some cookies?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
What-
I'll. You heard her. I'm gonna get a deal on some Girl
I'm
Scout
a
cookies.
thin mint
here.
girl. What's your favorite flavor out of Girl Scout cookies?
S'more.
S'mores. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Now, I understand you had a really fun Christmas. What did you end up doing over the holidays?
I went to Miami.
Oh,
I bet the
wow.
weather there was wonderful. Did Santa Claus find you there?
Yes.
Did he bring you some cool presents?
Yes.
Now Harper, I understand. We have some family photos here to show first off, so we're going to show those a little bit here too.
Who's
Look
that?
at that. Who are we seeing here, Harper?
My family, my dad, me, my mom, and my little brother.
What's your little brother's name?
Jude.
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 Oh, that's a nice little family y'all got there. Is Jude annoying? Do you like to mess with Jude? Is he a fun little brother?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, there you are in your brownie outfit. It looks like you've got some badges that you've earned. What do you like about brownies?
Because at the beginning of the year, when we come back for our next year of the Girl Scouts, we get to eat these, like the Daisy have these cupcakes, and there's these flowers is on the cupcakes you can eat as a candy.
Wow. Those sound pretty good.
She's all
Oh,
about
my
the
goodness.
cookies and the cupcakes.
Harper, we are so excited to have you on. This is going to be so much fun. This is going to be great.
Yes, it is. Excited.
All right, welcome back to Live at 5 at 4. We have the folks here from Wonderworks to join us to talk about sensory bottles. We have Carenza Archer and Professor Wonder. Hello, welcome. Big fan of your bow tie, Professor Wonder. So tell us a little bit more about these sensory bottles here. You want to have that one there real quick, Harper?
Okay.
Tell us a little bit about these.
So sensory bottles are an opportunity for discovery. They're an opportunity to kind of take your mind off of something that's going on, refocus. A lot of people think that they're very calming. But these are opportunities to also explore different science concepts. This one that Harper has here, it is one of the most common ones. It has baby oil and water with food coloring.
Okay.
And glitter to make it sparkly.
So they're really easy to make.
They are, absolutely.
You want to give that a shake real quick, Harper? Tell me what you think. What does that look like to you?
It looks like
Think about the sky at night.
it looks like the sky, and it looks like nighttime.
Oh, very nice. Like stars. Try flipping it upside down. Flip it upside down.
And you
Oh,
can
wow, look
shake
at that.
it.
And we have some more over here. That's more of a visual one. This one's more of an auditory one. We give it a little shake. Can y'all hear that? Hold on, let me put it close to my mic here. Oh, some little sound. That's fantastic. How can we use these more?
Well, these are a great way to build on these concepts is to add something that reacts with what's inside the bottle. Sometimes you can make one that you're just looking for things inside. Like if we move that around, We can look for how many green ones we can see inside there. Or we can take a magnet wand and we can move it around and sort them out so we can see them better.
Harper, do you want to try that real quick? Here, there you go. Ready? I'll hold it. You do that. Ready? Look at that.
Do you see your favorite color in there?
Yes.
Which one's your favorite color?
Blue.
Blue. You like the light blue, right? That's awesome. Look at that. So I understand you all have a big event coming up that uses things like the sensory bottles. Is that right?
We absolutely do. So we're going to have a special event for folks that have difficulty with overstimulation, and they can explore the science exhibits inside in kind of a different nature. We're going to change them so that folks that have overstimulation issues can enjoy a sensory night.
Awesome. All right, Harper, can you give this one a shake for me real quick? There we go. All right. Thank you all so much for coming. We appreciate you.
Thanks for having us.
All right, still to come on Live at 5 at 4, including a fun recipe from Harper for a breakfast favorite. And the temperatures are about to drop significantly. Todd is next with your full forecast. All right, there are first aid and CPR classes that teach you what to do if someone is choking, can't breathe, or suffering from a heart attack. But what do you do if you come in contact with someone suffering from an emotional crisis? Dr. Elizabeth Strand with UT Veterinary Social Work is our guest today. We're talking about emotional CPR, but first off, let's start with what is an emotional crisis?
Well, an emotional crisis is essentially when emotions start to become overwhelming because of circumstances in our lives. And it can be the loss of a loved one, the loss of a job, or the accumulation of events that get to a point where we feel overwhelmed with what we're feeling emotionally.
And you mentioned this a little bit earlier. We as individuals, we can't get through life without having some kind of emotional crisis, whether it be affecting us or affecting the people around us. That's just life. What are some of the symptoms that we should look for someone going through an emotional crisis?
Well, I think that trouble sleeping is a really important one that is a good indicator someone is experiencing an emotional crisis. Having trouble concentrating, difficulty with daily activities like self-care, hygiene even, sadness, tearfulness, that you can't stop crying are all examples of experiencing an emotional crisis.
I can't stress truly enough how important this is, whether it be battling through stigma of mental health or whatever it might be.
Right.
And when we talk about emotional CPR, that's not just something fun that y'all say. There's an actual meaning for those letters. Tell us a little bit about what that stands for.
Yeah, so the CPR stands for C is the first step is to connect with the person who's experiencing the emotional crisis, and we do it in a very specific way. The second one is power or empower that person to feel like they can do something in their life. In times of emotional crisis, we feel like, oh, I'm so overwhelmed, there's nothing I can do. And then the last is R, revitalize, to help a person re-engage with their daily activities.
I love that. That's incredibly important. Let's talk about here what you all have going on moving forward, how people can kind of take a step to learning all this.
Yes. Well, a lot of times we are faced with people in emotional crisis and we don't quite know what to do to actually help. And so this 2-day training, which is in February, the second week in February, the weekend, provides training in emotional CPR so that we can feel confident helping someone get through an emotional crisis well.
Dr. Strand, thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it.
Likewise.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Up next, a fun segment with our junior anchor.
Right, the multi-talented Harper has a muffin recipe. It's perfect for breakfast on the go. Name of this fabulous recipe you're making for us.
Chocolate chip banana muffin.
Well, what do we do first?
First, we peel the last banana.
I can't eat the last banana?
Don't let Lewis eat it up.
Okay.
So it looks like you're going to have 4 bananas in there.
Okay, very
Yes.
good.
She's a very good peeler. Harper,
Okay.
you have many talents.
So where do you put the banana?
We put the banana in the bowl.
Okay,
And
then
I'll
what do we do?
I'll take this peel and get it out of the way.
Then what do we do, Harper?
Then we start mashing.
Uh-oh.
Whoa. Girl's got some muscles.
I didn't realize you were so angry, Harper. What did we do? What did we
Take it
do?
out on the banana.
Can I try? Can I mash a little bit? Is that okay?
We'll let him
Okay,
do
you
it.
keep on doing while I mash, okay?
So while he's mashing the bananas, tell us what the next thing is you have to do. What ingredients will you use? What are those 2 ingredients right there? The coconut oil, where's that?
Coconut oil, and
Sugar.
Sugar.
So
Okay.
why don't we grab those two?
Do we drink this?
No.
No, we don't drink the coconut oil.
All right, what do you do with those, Harper?
We pour them in.
Okay.
Lewis is in charge of pouring. Good job there.
And what else?
Sugar.
You want to pour that one in?
All right.
Good. All right, let's mash a little more.
So we're supposed to cream this together, and this comes the really hard part. Is cracking
supposed to
two
mix.
eggs. We're doing it. We're getting it all creamed. Well, the next thing is
Ew.
eggs. Harper's practiced this. Do you think you can get 2 eggs in there, Harper? Let's watch her technique. Crack. And
Whoa!
yes!
Okay, one more.
One more. Just want to throw it in there.
One more.
One more. That's a double yolk.
Wow.
Wow. And
All right. Put that one right there. All right, what's next? Are we forgetting anything?
The next thing, stir in flour. Stir in flour.
okay, there's the flour.
And then stir it in.
And we also have vanilla and cinnamon.
Yes.
No.
Oh, don't be drinking that.
we don't. We're making a
You put
mess.
some cinnamon in there.
Okay.
We get it all in there, and then this is my favorite ingredient. What is this, Harper?
Chocolate chips.
What do we do with that?
We
We eat those, right?
Yeah,
we pour them in.
we're trying to eat all of her ingredients. So we'd stir that. We'd all stir that up, and we put it in the muffin tins, and then by magic, we are going to see the final product.
Whoa! It's magic.
Let's mix.
Let's mix. Can
Yeah.
we eat the muffins now? Is that okay?
No.
No.
Okay, she's gonna keep moving. Now you do bake this in the oven for 350 at 350 degrees from 16 to 18 minutes, and we're gonna have this delicious Harper muffin recipe online at WBIR.com. Thanks, Harper. That was great.
Not letting me eat the muffins. What are you doing, Harper?